What you're about to learn and apply can stun your family members and convince them to put you through the Gifted Children's program, but it wasn't because you were a genius, but because you watched this video. So you want to be able to memorize a deck of cards? Why would you, other than to fascinate your family and friends and mostly yourself? Then again, why do we do anything else? So let's do it. Here's what you need. Your brain, which does not have to be gifted. You do not need any innate ability to memorize a deck of cards, or achieve an even greater feat for that matter. You just need your imagination and a bit of willpower. Step 1. What you need to do is to take an imaginary walk through a mental place in your head. And you want it to be a place that you are most familiar with, that you already walk through in your everyday life. To most of us, that would be our homes. So, start by walking into your home through your front door, and where you at? Your living room? Then start there. You're standing in the doorway and you want to look from the left side of the room to the right and memorize 10 items in that room. The first item could be the couch, second one could be the tasteless picture of the Eiffel Tower, and third could be the fireplace, and so on. Whatever it is, you want it to be memorable and preferably large. And memorize the order in which you spot them. Now you want to move on to another room and spot 10 more items. And do this for 5 rooms in total. But if you use the TV in your living room, avoid using it in the bedroom. This will give you 50 items, so add 2 more items from your backyard or another room so that you would have 52. And repeat this imaginary walkthrough until you can memorize all the items in the order that you encounter them. I promise you, this will be much easier and faster than memorizing 52 words or cards or numbers, and I'll explain why that is at the end of the video. But for now, on to step 2. This time, you have to get creative. You have to turn every card in the deck into a noun, ones that you can visualize. It can be a person, place, or a thing. Anything that you can associate with the card and will help you remember it. For example, King of Hearts can be your dad and the Queen of Hearts your mom. King of Clubs can be Tiger Woods with his golf club. 9 of Hearts can be your daughter or your sister that's 9 years old and that you love dearly. Ace of Clubs can be Groot because... And Queen of Spades can be Kim Kardashian because spades kinda look like a butt. The point is, you have to create images that make sense to you, no matter how absurd that may be to another person. And once you do that, spend some time looking through the cards again and again until these associated images appear to you automatically when you come across each card. And now you have everything you need. The hard part is over. Once you have done the first 2 steps, you have the trick up your sleeve and you're allowed to walk up to anyone and tell them that you can memorize a deck of cards. You can pick up any randomly shuffled deck and spend 10 minutes top. 5 minutes? Maybe even a minute to memorize the order of the deck. How? As you go through the cards, imagine the pictures you associated with each card doing something with the objects you see in the imaginative walkthrough. For example, if the first card is King of Clubs and the first object in your mental map is the couch, you want to imagine Tiger Woods looking for his ball under the couch in a weird position. You want to see as much action and emotion as you can. Make it as vivid, exaggerated, bizarre, and unusual as you can. Don't just make your sister watch TV, make her smash it. It will stick in your head better. Once you go through the deck like this, you can put it down or give it to your friend to check, and you should have no trouble spitting out the order of that deck by walking through the memory lane of this crazy imaginary place that you created. And if you do this often, you will be able to shorten the time it takes you to memorize the deck. This strategy for memorizing is one of the oldest cognitive tricks in the book. It came from ancient Greece, and it is called the memory palace. It is one of many strategies used today by memory athletes who compete in memorizing an absurd amount of information. But what all of these strategies have in common is that they capitalize on our ability to visualize a memory, rather than just trying to recall it as we do with quizzes and tests in school. That's because in an evolutionary sense, our ability to memorize abstract information, such as numbers and names, cannot compare to our visual memory. Early human memory was dedicated only to visual cues: how to find a way, where to search and hide food, where and when to sleep, eat, and plant crops. So while our visual memory has evolved for as long as humans have existed, or perhaps any life with a pair of eyes did, our memory for non-visual information evolved for only as long as writing systems or at most language systems existed. So what this memory palace strategy does in essence is boosting our non-visual memory by piggybacking on a much more superior cognitive system, our visual and spatial memory, that was fine-tuned for millions of years. And you can use this idea in many other parts of our lives, like learning names or facts or numbers. Associate these things with objects that you can visualize. Daniel Kilov, a memory athlete, is spreading the word on how you can do this to learn foreign language words. I'm going to share a few of the examples he gave for learning Spanish, so close your eyes and I'll bring out my ASMR voice. We're going to learn some Spanish words. The Spanish word for rice is arroz. Arroz. Arrows. To remember this, I would like you to imagine a volley of arrows flying through the sky and crashing into a big bowl of rice. Imagine in depth and do so with all your senses. Feel the steam from the rice hitting the surface of your face. Hear the sound of the arrows being buried into the rice and notice how satisfying that is if that's your thing. Next, the Spanish word for cat is gato. For this one, imagine your cat playing the guitar. Imagine how good he is on the instrument and how into it he gets. The goosebumps you feel on your skin. Notice the look on your face through the mirror in the back that cannot hide the half-shocked, half-proud expression. I know gato guitar connection is a little bit more far-fetched than arrows, but I don't think I'll ever forget this image.